And three, two, one. Welcome back to the Crypto Factory. Welcome back to another show. Today, I have a special surprise for you because we are joined by Riaz Mehta. We're going to be talking about movies, NFTs with movies, how you can create your own movie, and how you can invest in other projects based on reality TV, and movies, film, as I believe they call in some parts of the world. Riaz, welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Paul. It's awesome to be here today, and hi to everyone listening to us today.
So I'm very excited about this interview because something you don't know about me, Ria, is I was actually in the movie business somewhat. I was also a producer and director, mostly in music videos, but I've also had an acting career. I know a lot of people from Hollywood, and I actually love the industry. So we have a lot to talk about. Most famous as you are,
Hmm.
but I have done a few things, and we're going to be
Paul,
talking about your career.
I'll go and look you up. I'll look up your IMDb and check out
Yes,
some of the
sir. I have an
films that you've
IMDb
acted in.
page and everything. But yeah,
Awesome,
so I'm very
awesome.
excited about it. So let me get straight to the point here. What is RightStream and why should people care?
Okay, RightStream is an ecosystem for film and TV content, and it's basically in three parts. So the first part is a launch pad for film and TV content. So if you're a creator, you can come to this launch pad and have your ideas funded through NFTs via the community.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a much faster way of getting content off the ground than the traditional sources of funding, pitching to studios, to broadcasters, sponsors, whatever, right? And also, this is a great way to engage with your fans because ultimately these guys are going to be watching your content. So you want them involved in the creative process. You want to create things that people actually want to watch.
Yes.
So, and for the community gets involved, right? So they buy these NFTs that are for creating content, but these NFTs have real utility. So unlike a lot of JPEGs art NFTs, that ultimately have a perceived value, these things have real value because the film will generate revenues. You can have credits on the show. You can have behind the scenes access. So there's lots of, goodies alongside these NFTs that last for decades onwards, right? So this is super cool. That's why I'm excited about this. The second part of our ecosystem is basically a B2B marketplace platform that is live today. It's been live for a couple of years now, where content can get monetized. So it's great to create content, but you need an outlet for that to actually generate revenues. So we already have this outlet. And we have numerous streamers connecting to us today. And that itself is revolutionary. We're providing content as a service to these streamers, which nobody else on the planet is doing today. And the third component, of course, is our RightStream app, which kind of brings everything together, right? So this is where you'll be able to watch content. You'll be able to use our right tokens to actually watch your favorite piece of content, but also you'll be earning these right tokens when you view content. So say if you're watching a film and you will ask you a question at the end, what do you think of this film? It's on a scale of 10. And you say, amazing, 8 out of 10. Then you earn some right tokens for taking that action. And also in future, we'll have different points in the film that we can get more detailed information about what people actually like, don't like, so that helps us make better content at the end. It helps the creators actually carefully craft the narrative so that it appeals to the fans. And so now there's total engagement across these layers. And then, of course, a final piece of the puzzle, which is kind of cherry on the top, is we're working with metaverse projects to actually stream content in the metaverse. We're building these cinemas. One of them is a platform called Planet Theta,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a dating app, basically. So you'll be able to go on a date in the metaverse and go and watch a movie and have your virtual drink and virtual popcorn. So there it is, right? So that's our ecosystem. Now, why should people care? Everybody watches content, right? Not
True.
everybody plays games, but everyone watches content. So if you want to have lean back experience and watch content, earn the right tokens, then this is for you. If you love content and you actually want to enjoy the benefits, right? You want to have that feeling that, hey, I want a piece of this, right? I
Mm-hmm.
want a piece of the next Star Wars movie. I want a piece of history. Then this is the place for you. And ultimately, these NFTs that we're creating have real utility that will last for decades on, as I mentioned. So this is a real asset class that we're building out for you. And not only will you be entertained, but you'll be making money. So I'm pretty sure everyone's going to love that.
So, are you working with Hollywood and Bollywood? Do you have some certain production houses already interested for their movies like this, or are you just in
Yeah,
negotiations? Or
no, totally. So there's some really well-known production houses that are keen to bring their projects to us. And, we're talking about producers that do Hollywood blockbusters, that work with directors like Michael Bay, for example. And they're looking to bring some cool things to us. Now, of course, on day one, it's not going to be $100 million budget film because, that's where the studios do add a lot of value. But if it's a $5 or $10 million film, then we absolutely see that being produced on our platform with amazing talent, with amazing producers, directors attached to it.
okay, and when was your company formed? When was Ritestream formed?
So our company started in 2017,
Okay.
and we've been on this journey for a few years. We've got a very solid team, around 35 people across 10 countries on the planet. And initially, we started off as a B2B marketplace platform. This is the monetization platform that I mentioned before, and which is already generating revenue, and it's a real business today. And now we're kind of taking everything to Web3 and enhancing that ecosystem.
Got you, got you. So, just for the people watching right now, by the way, subscribe down below if you haven't seen it already. Check out RightStream. Links are above and below as well. But for the people watching right now, what is your company vision? What are you visioning for the future? Where do you think this will go?
I envision that this will be a platform that independent creators can make their dreams come true, that their projects can get funded. I also see that this is a platform where professional studios or even in Netflix will be able to discover new projects and new creators, and whereby the community will be able to participate in these amazing projects alongside a studio. So we're not alienating anyone. We're kind of creating a very inclusive ecosystem. And when you create this ecosystem, then everybody wins. It's not, we're democratizing that entire process of creation, monetization, distribution, the whole lot, right? So we see that 5 years from now, this will be an amazing ecosystem where you can come to the platform, have content created, and have it streamed in multiple languages across multiple platforms across the whole globe, right? And that you as a creator, Paul, you said you're a producer director, so you could put your project up there and boom, it comes to life and it's making you money every single day. And your fans are engaging with you, that your fans are on this Ritestream app and they're connecting to you. They're connecting to you, the creator, that they cannot do today, right? They're
Right,
connecting
right.
to the actors in that movie. It's a thriving ecosystem that there's a deep level of engagement with the content and the people that make it, the people that actually make it all happen. So this is where I see the future.
Got you. So I have a friend. He's a known video producer. I have an extremely known Hollywood producer, a couple of them actually, and also many amateur directors and producers, kind of like where I fit in when I used to do that. Can anybody use this platform? Is it for everybody, or is it mostly for professionals? Is it for intermediates? Like, can somebody from his basement make a movie, for example? How does this work, and how is that sort of attributed so it doesn't dilute the company brand?
Okay, excellent question. And short answer is that it is for everybody, because who are we to judge that someone that's just done a film degree won't come up with the next Oscar-winning film, right? It's like anything is possible today. You can shoot a film on an iPhone if you wanted to.
True.
So it is for everyone, but there will be a curation process. So what I mean by that is, if you're asking the community to give you $10 million in funding, then there will be a process for us to vet who you really are. And we want to protect our community. And we want to make sure that their investment is protected, and that we have awesome content being created on the platform. So we have partners that have actually volunteered to curate content and projects that come to the platform from the film and TV industry, and this is their way of giving back to the community. And we also have that infrastructure in-house because, as I mentioned before, I'm a creator myself. I've been doing this for a long time. So for the high-end projects, there'll be a curation process. But if it's a small indie film, costs 10 grand, 20 grand to make, whatever it is, then community will decide and say, okay, I want to get behind this project or otherwise, right? Then it's up to the creator, the producer to actually convince the people to get behind the project.
Got you. So let's use a real life example here. Let's say I want to start a TV show. For the people that are joining us right now, we're talking about how to invest in movies, how to make your own movies through Ritestream. It's actually very exciting. But let's say I want to make my own TV show. I want to make Paul's Days. Or something like
Why
that.
not?
Maybe a better name. We can think of a better name, but Paul's Days Out, or I don't know, whatever. But the day, Pitbull Dreams, or whatever, because of my Pitbull. Let's say I want to make a movie like this. Okay, how would I go about it? How would I start using Ritestream to do this?
Okay, so you'd probably have a script for that content the film or whatever you're making, and you might have a synopsis. You might even have a trailer, right? So you'll have some basic materials. So you'll bring that to the platform. You'll place that on the platform and say, I need this film made, and it's going to cost me $100,000. Say it's a small indie film, right? Mm-hmm. So when you list it, then fantastic, it goes into the launch pad and it gets visibility with the community. We tell all of our community, hey, there's a new exciting project coming to the platform, check it out, right? And then the community starts engaging with you. And then similar to how there are launch pads for tokens, this is launch pad for film and TV content, right? So then there'll be an event. It's whereby people will have the opportunity to purchase NFTs of these films. It's $100,000. Maybe there's 10,000 NFTs generated, $10 each, for example, right? And people have the opportunity to buy these NFTs. If the budgetary milestones are fulfilled, then the project is greenlit, and then the funding is released in stages based on what you told us upfront to say, I'm going to need $20,000 for pre-production. I'm going to need another $50,000 for filming, etc. So at each stage, we'll release the funding to you via smart contract as you fulfill some of those requirements, and that helps protect the community as well. And then, of course, the movie gets made, and then it goes into our ecosystem where it gets monetized. And the revenues that come in, of course, then ultimately benefit all the people that have contributed to this process.
So
does all that make sense?
Yes, and it also gives birth to innovation. For example, there can be some new ideas out there for reality-based TVs, or even something new that we haven't even thought about, and you're actually giving the opportunity for people. I think this can bring a lot of birth to something new in the industry. For example, Netflix. Okay, it was trend stacking, but it was something new. This can actually bring a lot of new producers, new ideas, new innovation, new freedom. I don't want to say freedom of speech, but freedom of creativity.
Freedom of expression, right? It's like you express your creativity, and you there isn't a studio telling you that, hey, this isn't going to work, because you know how films are made in Hollywood, right? It's like you do your A/B testing and you say, okay, this ending is going to work and this one isn't going to work, so the other one gets scrapped. Now, as a creator, you might say, no, I really love that ending. That was it. And now you can bring your vision to life, and without anyone telling you how to do it.
Also, a lot of actors that have experience that want to get into directing and doing their own movies as well.
Absolutely. It's a great place for budding producers, directors, people that have been professional actors, and we kind of remove all the layers of friction that exist today, and we are empowering the creators, we're empowering the community at the same time as well, and creating that connection between the two, so that's where you create magic, right? It's you bring people together, and you bring people that are like-minded, that believe in this vision, and and then the community is going to support it all the way. They're going to watch this content when it gets released, and it's kind of a creator's dream, right? It's like you have all these fans, but you get these fans even before you make anything.
This is true.
How about that?
No, this is getting like honestly, Riaz, I'm sitting here and all these ideas are getting through my head. I just want to get back into the industry right now. It's very exciting because it's kind of like what YouTube did for creators, but you're doing it in sort of the movie and TV reality space in a different sort of.
Yeah, we're taking it to professional content, right, instead of just user generated content. So we're taking it to the next level.
Right. So
in fact, one of my members in the community actually posted the other day that, you know what, the RightStream is going to be bigger than Netflix and YouTube combined. And
it can be.
They saw it. They got the vision.
It
exactly.
can be. Yeah. It can be. I think if everything is played out right, it can be.
Absolutely.
Now, at least in the metaverse.
Anything is possible in the metaverse,
right? Exactly. So Riaz, you actually have a background. You have a background in film and TV. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. So I've been in entertainment business for about 17 odd years now, and I've been creating content, and I do specialize in the reality TV genre, and I've created a number of formats that have broadcasts on Netflix, Hulu, on Fox, Sony, all the major platforms. I've been nominated for Emmy Awards. I've won numerous awards over the years. So I understand the creator's journey firsthand, right? And I've seen people, I've been in blockchain for several years, and I've seen several projects come and go because a lot of people that attempted to do something even remotely similar, they weren't really from the industry. They'd never been a creator. They didn't understand the pain points. And that's why when you're looking at something from the outside and thinking there's a problem you want to fix, it's very different to being on the inside and having experienced that problem and saying,
plus connections,
I know what needs to be fixed.
Plus connections and network, very important.
That makes a massive difference, right? Especially in this industry.
Yeah.
It's you know, I love being a creator, and I'm going to drink my own Kool-Aid, and there's some projects I'm going to bring to our launch pad as well.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah, there's a show that I'm launching called Cryptonites, which is like a Shark Tank for crypto, basically, where you can discover crypto projects. Crypto projects can get funded, and they'll get. Thank you. So you heard it here.
I heard it here. You're gonna have like 4 sharks, or we're gonna have 4 whales.
Yeah, 5 actually.
5.
There's 5. So yeah.
Oh man, that is exciting.
There's going to be 5 Cryptonites, and you know they're going to be kind of the leaders within the industry that have actually paved the way and done the journey, right? And
have you
and
found
made
them
the
yet?
money doing the journey. I'm looking for them, talking to a few people at the moment. If you know of any, then
I actually do. I just made a note. I have a few that are email leaders that would really give a lot of value.
That would be amazing. That would be awesome if you can do that.
Yeah, we can talk about that after.
Yeah.
So let me ask you about you yourself real quick, because you have an extensive bio. People can look you up on IMBD, everything you just said, but I'm sure they're going to search you, because I do recommend everybody here doing their own research, searching out projects.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially sponsored projects. They have to, but
in crypto you must.
Yes, but I have a question here. Who, before you got into this business, before you got into all this, okay, if I met you in high school, we're sitting in the hotel cafeteria, we're having our lunch, we're looking around, right? What would I think about you? What was Riaz like back then?
Oh, if you met me in high school in a cafeteria, I would probably be sitting by myself. I was a fairly introverted personality. And probably why I got into tech in the first place. So, you know, I was a geek, and I enjoyed anything technical, and I did a degree in software engineering, and I started my career in, you know, literally cutting code. So, and then from that point, I've kind of evolved into the business side of technology, and then into media and entertainment, then creating a media tech business effectively. And so it's been quite an incredible journey.
So you actually see this not only as somebody that's in the movie industry, but also somebody that's in tech, also as somebody that got into cryptocurrency. You basically have the foundation, the personal foundation, to be able to pull something like this off.
Exactly, exactly. And I've been, well, I grew up in tech, right? So I've seen the dot-com boom. I've seen, uh, and I came across crypto back in 2013 when a friend of mine said, "Hey, check out this thing called Bitcoin." And I thought, "Oh, okay, let me go and research it." So, and then I went and bought a bunch of Bitcoin in 2013, and I don't know, it was like $100 or whatever back then.
Got you.
And and then I got interested in the underlying thesis of what it really stands for. And that's when I got truly excited, because uh, this is kind of the next wave, right? This is like the birth of a new internet. And similar to what happened with .com, there was the massive boom and bust, etc. But now the real companies are emerging, and I feel that this is the right time for real business people, for real businesses to take off and solve real world problems using the tech.
So even though your company was in 2017, you're actually in the tech and technology of Bitcoin in 2013.
Yeah,
That says a lot.
absolutely.
That says a lot.
Absolutely.
Please tell me you
And
didn't buy at Mount Gox.
no, I didn't.
Okay, good. So, of course, for any project to go forward, for anything to work, especially in the movie industry, you have to have major backers. You have to have major investors. Can you tell me who your backers and investors are?
So for the crypto project, or
No,
for my
for RightStream.
for Ritestream? Okay, absolutely. So we have a number of them, actually. So we've got institutional investors like SOSV. They're a major US-based fund, multi-billion-dollar fund. We've got institutional investors like Artesian. We've got some great folk that we met just last year. Great Southgate, they're a fund based out of Singapore, and very, very professional folks. One of their founders is actually the founder of Wilderworld, and he's an advisor to our project, Dave Oslin. We've got guys like Metaverse Ventures, we've got Shisha Finance. So we've got a lot of these industry names that have been in crypto for a long time. Blockchain Founders Fund, I don't know if you know Ali, he's been on this journey with us for about 3 years now. And Ali is very, very well known within the crypto circles, and runs an amazing fund. So we've got a whole bunch of these people that are not just putting money into our project, but they're there for the whole journey, and they're there to support us through various phases, because it is a long journey. And a lot of people think crypto is, yep, there you go, you've done the token sale, boom, and off you go. But it is a real business that we're building. It's not, it takes time. There's a lot of things to develop. There's a team to build out. There's real world problems to solve. So that's why these advisors are really good to have for the long haul.
So Riaz, you just mentioned team, and that's the backbone of any company. No matter how good you are, your team plays a vital role. Can you tell us a little bit about your team?
Absolutely. Sure. So you know a bit about myself. My co-founder Damien, he's co-founder and CTO, also 25 years in the entertainment industry, serial entrepreneur himself. And we've got Eddie Tan. He is basically the head of our studio partnerships. He ran a lot of the Fox channels in Asia, so deep domain expertise with Eddie. Is based in the US. We've got Natalie Morley. She was a co-founder of Fashion TV, extremely experienced lady, knows everyone in the industry. We've got Michael. He ran Kantar Media for many years. He was CEO there. So these are heavy hitters. These are some serious people that have got involved with our business, and they live and breathe it. They're full time in our company, and we're having some amazing new folk joining every single day as well. A gentleman called Jamie Botkin, he just joined us today. Again, deep crypto experience, understands NFTs back to front, and he's going to be helping us drive that product. We've got an awesome blockchain development team based in Australia as well. So you're 100% right. It's a team that makes it, right? It's like every business has challenges and they have this journey, but it's a team. When you have the chemistry within the team, you have got that experience, and you've got the glue, then that's it. That's what takes you to the moon.
So A couple of years ago, I actually interviewed John McAfee for my book, The Crypto Factor. And I see that you're doing something with John McAfee and Crypto Nights. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because
Okay.
the
So
late John McAfee, he was quite a character. I used to speak to his wife. He was an amazing person. So please tell us about the project.
so we're partnered with producers of a film called Stealing McCloud, which is actually based on John McAfee's life, and we have the exclusive rights to NFTs uh, around that film. And the film goes into production fairly shortly. I believe it's next month. And then we'll be creating these NFTs, and our community will have access to these
Oh wow!
NFTs of John McAfee, effectively, right? And this whole
I
story,
want one.
this is a, you got it, bro.
At least one.
Yeah. This is a piece of history, right?
Yeah.
John was such an amazing individual, and within the crypto community is highly revered,
It's
right?
inspiring.
It's
It's
inspiring
inspiring.
what he's done, and he was a rebel. Uh, I believe these NFTs are going to be hot property. So we have exclusive on these. We've got a number of others coming out as well that when you hear about them, you go, oh my God, how did you get that? So no, we've got some really exciting things coming down the pipeline.
Nice, nice. So tell when will these be available, and how would somebody get them? Because I'm sure everybody's wondering. Anybody watching the interview right now is wondering. Okay, I want one too, because I want one. So I want to know.
Absolutely. So we're looking at with this particular movie, we're looking at June, July timeframe for the NFT drop, because they've actually got to film certain things and for us to be able to create these NFTs. And it's subject to their own timeline as well, right? So this is the timeline that we're working towards. But prior to that, we're actually going to do a really, really cool VIP NFT drop later next month in
Gotcha.
May. And this NFT drop is kind of the gold access, this VIP access to all future drops. So if you wanted to buy that John McAfee NFT and you had one of these VIP passes, you jump the queue. You're right in front, and you go, okay, this is the very first 100 minted NFTs. I'm gonna get these, basically. So that's gonna be a first drop, and then if you've got a number of others behind it, and with global brands that we're working with, and this is what you said before, right? It's the connections, it's the industry relationships, and because we have these relationships for decades, we're gonna bring them to bear to bring some really, really hot properties to our community.
So will there be a whitelist, sort of a whitelist for these, or?
Well, there's two ways to get on the whitelist. One is, of course, you buy these VIP NFTs that we're going to be dropping,
Okay.
or you buy the right token and you stake these babies, and staking is coming very soon in the next couple of weeks as well.
Nice.
And then those that stake, then they'll automatically be on a VIP list as well.
Interesting. Well, okay, so let's talk a little bit about RightStream. What's your token name for RightStream?
It's called Right,
Right.
RITE.
Okay. And what about the tokenomics of this?
Okay, so the tokenomics has been designed to be very community oriented, and it's we've got a huge chunk for the view to earn mechanism. So when you watch content and you want to earn these tokens, so we got like 200 million tokens dedicated for that. We also want to incentivize our community. So there's the 160 million tokens for rewards and for staking and so forth. There's a total of 1 billion tokens, of course, in the ecosystem. And then, of course, we've got tokens for our seed and private round that we have already done, as well as our IDO platforms. And that all adds up to about 10%, 10.5% roughly of the total pool. And then we've got 15% for the team, and that's vesting over 3 years. So we want to make sure that everyone's here for the long haul. And here's the interesting thing, that if a new team member joins in 12 months' time, then their vesting will kick off from that point for another 3 years.
Got you. Okay, okay, good.
Yeah, they don't jump the queue.
Right, okay.
So it's all designed. It's similar to how ESOP schemes work, right? In equity, that you got to do your time before you basically earn all the tokens. So That's kind of the team tokens, and of course, then we've got our treasury tokens because a project like ours, it's going to need capital over time to build out, so we need the treasury. So these are the main components, and we got 20% in the treasury.
And what about which blockchain is this built on right now? Is it your own blockchain, or is it on Ethereum? Is it on BSC?
No, it's on Binance.
It's on Binance.
Binance Smart Chain. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you going to be moving?
Sorry, go ahead.
Are you going to be moving, or are you going to be sticking to Binance? Are you going to do it cross-chain? How is that
Oh,
going
no, we will definitely do cross-chain bridges, and we're looking at Solana, and once ETH2 comes out, then we're going to be looking at that as well. The whole reason to go with Binance initially was it's cost-effective, it's fast, it does what we needed to do initially, but then over time we'll go cross-chain.
So if somebody wants to go buy Right tokens right now, they can do it right now through Binance?
They can do it right now, right here, do it.
So on PancakeSwap or on the actual Binance platform, or?
No, so you can do it on PancakeSwap. You can go to gate.io. You can also go to MEXC, MEXC, depending on what geography you're in. And then we'll be announcing another exchange fairly soon. In fact, folks, you heard it here first. It's Bit4X. So that's coming up. And there's another one that we have just signed up, which is also super cool, but I'll save that announcement for another week or two.
Great. Riaz, thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to add for anybody viewing right now?
Yeah. So firstly, thank you guys for taking the time to listen to us talk today. I'm always there in our community channels, so if you have any questions, please reach out to us. My handle, you'll see me as Crypto Knight, of course, in our Telegram. So if you have questions, then shoot them to me. Happy to answer those. Follow our legitimate community channels because a lot of fake ones do pop up. So follow our official channels. Buy the right token, because if you don't buy the right token today, you are going to regret this. This baby is going to fly. It's we have the fundamentals in the business, and if you understand fundamentals, then you'll know why you should buy it, hold it, stake it, etc., etc. But also, when you hold these right tokens, then you'll be whitelisted for NFT drops. You'll also be whitelisted to create content on the platform as well. So these are your little tickets. This will become like, gold, diamonds. So hold on to them. And guys, thank you very much for your support. Thanks for having me here. Appreciate everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Riaz. Please stick around. Check out Riaz Mehta. Check out Rights Token. All the links are up above and down below. Check the social media. Do your own research. Make sure you look into it. I think you're going to really love looking into it. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Take care.